Oh God, I'm looking for my
Just a little
Gomez.
Goth moment
I
going
may
on.
have found my Gomez, but it's fine.
Okay. I think perhaps
Now that I've
Frasley,
ranted, let's start the show.
David is a poopy head and not sharing, apparently.
Truth.
Okay, Zappetto.
Oh my God.
Do you have any questions for us before we start?
No, I don't think so.
He's stuck around this far, so this is good.
Are you scared?
No.
No, you shouldn't be. Okay. Hell to pay. Here we go. Mr. Barf.
Mm-hmm.
Please start the show.
Yep. I think I'm all ready. I got the thing queued up, ready to go. Switch it to here.
Are you recording?
Where's the button? Not yet. I'm going to 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to hit recording, and then I'm going to hit the thing so that there's less to cut out in the very beginning. It's going to be dope. Alrighty, everybody. I got 2 hands. I got 2 buttons. Here we go. 5, 4, 3.
You're listening to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the guild Convert to Raid on Airy Peak, US.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 154 of the Converted Podcast, the World of Warcraft podcast all about the Convert to Raid guild on Airy Peak, US. Today is July 29th, 2017. What year is it even? It's just about, I know why. It's because it's just about 6:17 p.m. Airy Peak local time. And the time and the date are right next to each other on the computer screen, and that threw me so far off. Salmice is the shaman. What's going on this week in the Converted?
In this episode, we have a raid team spotlight for Hell to Pay, your converted shoutouts, guild haps with Turarts and Esh, and we have Zappetto on the show.
That's right, everybody. I am Barfolomew the Paladin. You heard her right. For the very first time, Zappetto, is on the Converted to hype up the raid team Hell to Pay. How you doing, Zappetto?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys?
I am doing fantastic. We're going to find out how everyone else is doing here in just a hot second. Joining me, as always, is Turarts the Hunter. T, what have you been up to?
I have been doing all the rep grinding in WoW. I may actually get flying before I turn 30. I think I am about halfway through with Najatar, and it is so fun going out on that gnome island and murdering all the little engineering things. Engineers, this is your time because you can just follow around and scrap the heck out of everything. And it is amazing. Like, get you little engineer yourself out there and go just follow people who are murder killing mobs and just engineer the heck out of it. It is great. It is amazing. I feel like I am actually an important member of World of Warcraft again by being able to engineer all this stuff out there. So, yeah, I think that I might actually get flying before 30. I'm a little bit closer than I thought I was going to be. I am not sick of this patch yet. And usually by this point in time, I have, written off all the grinding. I'm just like, oh, I just want this to be done. But I'm having fun. So kudos, WoW. Kudos. I am super excited. And and I'm sure we'll chat about this at some point, heavily, I don't want to say involved, but invested in the Race to World First, watching it. I am definitely Team Method. I just like them. I know a lot of people prefer Limit, but I don't know. I guess I'm a Cubs and Chicago's fan, and I want to like someone that's actually going to win. So, maybe that's why I like Method. Bears and the Cubs, I love them, but they don't do good things. Anyway, so I was excited to watch it. It was close though. I think if they were at the same pace, I think Limit may have, but they went to sleep and that's when Method got it. But it was a ton of fun to kind of watch that and see all the stuff going on as far as who is streaming. I love that they are actually being open with their strat, I guess I'd say. In the past, I remember watching it in previous expansions, it was just you get these tweets or these updates they've downed this boss, they've downed that boss, but to actually see it is pretty fun, and I'm glad that they've opened that up, and the fear of they're gonna steal the strat isn't, maybe that wasn't the fear. I don't know why they didn't before. That's why they did it before. No, this is not what the show's about.
No. But yeah, one of the guys from Limit had their voice comms open even. Legit. So, but Method, I mean, you could say that the same thing. Method and Limit were raiding at different times. Now,
Yeah.
Limit was physically, most of them were physically in London for the Red Bull stage thing, but they were still raiding in North American time, which makes sense. Okay, they kept the time zone because they're from NA. And I was watching it, and Method was getting down to like 5% or whatever,
Yeah.
and they had to call it and go to sleep, you know. And then they're like, "Oh, Limit's gonna get it because Method went to sleep," and then Limit didn't because they weren't as close. And Method got up in the morning and took care of business. I had it up on my screen and I watched it. I was able to. That was cool.
This is the first one I've actually like kept up with as it was going. Usually I just wait like a week or two and I'm like, oh yeah, this Method 1 again. Cool. But it was exciting. I'm kind of glad they're opening that up. Outside of that, not much. Lots of real life things happening and stuff like that. But life's getting back to normal, so we're doing that. You can still get us shout outs, guys. Chat room. If you want to go on Twitter, you can get us shout outs. If you want to put them in the chat, get us shout outs. We're going to have some great event news coming up later. So just a little teaser there because I actually have stuff this time. Look at me go. But I think that's it for me. I did the WoW. I did the Race to World first. I didn't do the Race to World first. I didn't participate. I just watched it. That's it. I'm good. Barf, back to you.
I'm just waiting for you to go, no. I would totally in Method. You guys just didn't see me. I was the hunter in the back.
There. They have one hunter on there. So, I mean, if they're looking for a subpar hunter to faceplant on the floor, I got you. I will realm server you transfer it up.
I don't know what those words mean. And I'm totally fine with that.
How about you share with us some of your own words? Salmisis the Shaman, welcome to the show.
I believe I can fly.
What? You go, girl.
About half an hour before the show, at about 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, I was in Mechagon. I picked up one last box of glowy, the mechanized block box things. And that put me at the rep. Bring! I now am revered with the Mechagon people, whatever they're called.
Revolts.
Yes, sure. And I now have a parrot made of tin. And
they love me over there. What are they
now
called? I forget. They like me though.
I'm revered. Once you make friends with so many people, after a while they just kind of, but the game has now changed for me. I can now go farm freaking anchorweed, so don't buy flasks on the auction house. Dude, I am game changer. It took me a while because I was gone for like a week and a half in Nashville vacation, but then after that I just focused on Nagitar because there's so much to do in Nagitar. But then here I am in Mechagon. But here's the other thing that happened today in Mechagon. I go and turn in the next quest, and now I've got a mechanized mecha spider. So I built the mount thing that you're building in a kind of a daily quest situation. I got that right after flying. I got the mecha spider.
What?
That I'll never use because now I can fly.
Yeah, it's too bad it doesn't have 8 little foot rockets. It flies around like a flying rocket spider.
Oh my goodness, a flying spider mount. I would dig that.
Yeah, Draven Dresden in the chat room says Nagitar is so much better when he can fly. Dude,
my trick's been gliders.
Okay, sure. But the thing is, here's the deal. For Nagitar, you got to collect all these pearls. You get the Benthic gear and play the Benthic lottery. We don't talk about that here. But so people call it pearl diving. When you go and do all the quests to get all the pearls, you got to go pearl diving.
That's cute.
And I've been avoiding that. I'm doing a little bit if I have time, but I'm like, I'm about to fly and then it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy. Pearl diving will be so much easier. So yeah, that's what's going on. Oh, I also raided last night.
What?
in
What was that like?
a mega pug. So it's a pug that you find on the group finder thing, and so a bunch of people didn't know, except I did know one person, and he brought me in. So it was like no one was in the same guild, and we got 8 of 9 last night on normal.
Sweet.
So that was that was cool. That was cool. I should talk about megapugs someday, because that's kind of a new way to play the game these days. But I mean, that's a lot. I'm flying. I'm raiding. I got mounts. Things are just looking up for Sal right now. And Barf, I would love to know what's happening in your life.
Well, I'm not quite flying yet, but I'm getting close. I'm honored with the Ann Cohen fish murlocs, and I am friendly with the robotic rust bolt half gnomes. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'll tell you what, I really was not into Mechagon at all until I figured out. Yeah, it just wasn't for me. For some reason, I don't know if it has to do with like the way that I had to move from like area to area, or like I just, something just wasn't flowing right with it. But then I found out that those like kind of cage looking places where there's like 3 or 4 little gadgets that I can click on. One of those is a jetpack.
Yes.
It's a very different experience. It's quite. It's better. It's better. I like it better. I kind of want a jetpack all the time now, though. Like, I feel like I deserve, after having been an engineer for as long as I have, I feel like I deserve one.
Yes.
You, what?
Yeah. No, I'm engineer too. We need jetpacks.
Okay. I thought you went,
Sorry.
wah, and then like attacked something that I couldn't see. I couldn't tell what you were
High-five,
doing. You were
never mind.
high-fiving. Fantastic. We're all on the same page. So that's where I'm at. I'm doing
Barf,
that.
Do you know how to get that schematic?
How to get the schematic for I can build a jetpack for a mount?
It's not a mount, but there's a schematic to make the same exact jetpack. And what you do is camp Rustfeather. Okay,
Oh, I know where he is.
Yeah, so you go up to where Rustfeather is. If no one is standing there, that means he died recently. If there's a bunch of people standing there, that means he's gonna be up in the next 10 minutes or so. And you can get the schematic for the big robot boy thing, and making the jetpacks aren't that expensive. So the only pain is like camping Rustfeather every day, but it's got a way higher drop rate than the mount.
Okay.
So if you're doing Mechagon, I recommend going up and killing Rustfeather every day just to get that schematic, because that makes it demonstrably easier.
Yeah, that's definitely what I want to do, because there's so few places to climb up and jump off from and goblin glider around in Mechagon.
Right.
Whereas in Nazjatar, I can do that all the time. I feel like every time I need to go somewhere and it's like a distance, I can either flight whistle my way most of the way there and just be okay to ground travel, or it's like, oh, I'm all the way up here and I have to fly all the way down there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I just sort of soar on down there. Outside of WoW, I jumped back onto the diet that I was on when I was trying to lose all that weight. I immediately jumped into a cheat day because my family threw a party this weekend, which was a lot of fun, but it was quite fattening. But it's just sort of how you do the counting calories thing, and the app, and the tracking the weight and all that jazz. It's been hard.
Do you do MyFitnessPal?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah, it takes a few days to get used to it, and you're just tired the entire time until your body figures it out, which stinkers. I missed a stream because of it. I got home from work and I was like, I'm too exhausted to play video games. I just need to sit here and watch Spider-Man. Like, I don't have the energy to do more than that. So I sat and watched Spider-Man. And I'm prepping for the next D&D session. My players have reached level 2, and they are easily crushing the things that I've placed in front of them. And I'm running a pre-written campaign, and it was written for 4 or 5 players, and I have 3 players. So I nerfed the encounters a little bit by reducing the number of enemies in the fights, and I took too many out. So in future fights, it will be different.
Another way to up that to make it harder, because if you're just talking about a bunch of goblins are going to be easy even for level 1s. What you can do is you can make them like a different kind of goblin, and what you do is you buff their HP and their hit.
Yeah, I could do that as
just
well.
Make it harder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I feel like the big tweak that I made was I reduced the sizes of the groups of enemies by like 20%. And I was like, well, I might have cut back that a little too much. Let's bump it back up a little bit and see what they can do. Especially now that I've got some hit points, man. Because like they're running around with like, more than 6 hit points now. They feel a little bit beefier, so it's a little bit easier. I'm a little less worried about just destroying them. Happy about it. Bear Kitty wants to know how much weight I need to lose 1 pound, and my guess is that it's roughly 1 pound.
About 16 ounces.
Roughly.
About 16 ounces?
More or less.
Ish, kind of.
So that basically covers what I've been into the last couple of months. What I'm interested right now is our very special guest, Zappetto, who is here to talk about the raid team, Hell to Pay. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today, man. I really appreciate you coming out. Super excited to have you here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, let's just dive right in. Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and what you love besides us.
I'm Zappetto. A lot of people just call me Zap. I'm from the state of Oregon, and 3 years ago I immigrated to New Zealand. So hi from Auckland.
You're in
No
Auckland.
way!
Yeah. It's 1:30 on Tuesday right now.
Wait a minute, 1:30.
1:30 p.m.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like 19 hours ahead of the West Coast.
That is so far away. That's like
Holy
the
smokes.
farthest away. Well, I mean, we've had people from Australia.
That's
I'm gonna-
amazing.
Yeah, cool. Wow,
Yeah.
awesome.
So
how do
I've been
you
here for
like
3
it?
years. Oh, it's good. It's a lot slower pace. I mean,
Yes.
not that Oregon is out front anyway, but it's quite liberal, so it reminds me of home here. So I've had a good time. I came to be with my partner.
Right on.
Wonderful.
That's awesome.
And that's the best reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did
you
they play
guys
WoW?
meet in WoW? Yeah.
Actually, he despises WoW, so we
Aw.
don't bond over that.
Well, everyone's got to have their own hobbies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some stupid League of Legends game or something.
He plays LOL? Oh, what is he? I already know what he says about Warcraft. Oh, World of Casual Craft.
So too much grinding.
I mean, truth though. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
What's too much?
Define too much though. Yeah.
Just because I'm
okay.
exalted with both the Rustbolt and the Waveblade already.
You're exalted already. That's some grind.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
With the gears too, so it's almost literal. Almost literal.
Well, I'm an elemental shaman. Everything's so easy.
It
Sorry,
is the
speaking your
easiest
language.
class in the game. That's why I play it.
Yeah. Stel, do you know you and I have met in real life?
What?
Have we?
Yeah.
I want the story.
It must
It
have been
was-
at BlizzCon.
It was BlizzCon. What year did they announce Overwatch? Like 2013?
Oh.
Yeah, it was like
No, it was-
2013.
Later than that, wasn't it?
I think it was 24. Isn't it the first official CTR party? 2014.
2014, yeah, that's probably it. And my story was I was at the CTR party, and in walks Scott Johnson from The Instance,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and I'm sitting at the table with you and Belschnickel, and
I love him.
and I'm like geeking out because I've listened to Scott Johnson for like 10 years,
Yeah.
and you're just like, go say hi. That's why he's here.
Yeah.
I mean, you were just like, just go do it. I'm like, okay. And so, because you encouraged me, I got to meet Scott Johnson.
Oh, Sal.
I remember this conversation now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh my gosh. And I probably said, no, he's like a regular guy. He
Yeah.
walked into the room in order to meet people.
Yeah.
He wants you to do that. So-
Yeah.
and we're
That's my
sitting-
Sal
we're sitting
story.
at the tables.
I love it.
Oh, that's a good story. Oh, I miss CTR parties.
Yeah. I miss Belschnickel. He was my first raid leader in CTR.
Oh,
Seriously?
really?
Yeah.
What threat?
This
Not
cat's
threat
got like
level
all
midnight.
the
For the
inside
win.
converted podcast
For the
hookups.
win.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
I joined CTR the first week, so I'm one of the veterans. Been around time.
High five.
Samesies.
Yes. Bell Schnickel is alive and well, and still getting his acting on. And he, likes my tweets. He just liked to tweet right now. We keep in contact.
Okay.
Every now and then, something like bad will happen in the world that tangentially makes him think of me. I don't know. It's like, oh, this thing happened in Texas or something, so I was thinking of you.
Trump was elected. Damn it, Sal.
That must be your fault. So, I heard something happened in Brooklyn. Yeah, I was thinking of you, and so he'll message me. Stop the presses. Do you see Mew Cow is in our chat room right now?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! And do you see? Are we saying Cyrene in the chat?
I say Serene.
Serene. Thank you. So we are being inundated by Horde, is what's happening.
Yeah, all two of
We are
them.
being inundated by
We'll be okay.
AIE, as a matter of fact.
We'll be all right. All two of them, we can handle it.
That's because I invoked Scott Johnson's name.
Oh,
When you
Yeah,
say it,
you know
you
what?
think, oh, like
Yeah,
three
that's
times.
right.
the
And
tadpole just
how
comes
did you?
floating in.
Zap, how did you find Scott Johnson? Was he as big a jerk as he seems?
Giant a-hole. But no, he was with his wife Kim, and she's delightful. But no, it's strange to me that he doesn't know me because I feel like I know him so well.
Yeah.
Yes.
He doesn't know I exist, but I know everything about his life because I listen every day to his content.
That's
But,
totally a
listen-
real thing. I get that
TMS,
same
it's like,
experience because, like,
I
I
know what
know
you had
all
for
of my
breakfast.
driving in the car buddies on my way to work. Like, I'm great friends with Kyle Ferguson and John Jagger. Like, I know these
I
guys.
know their
this is
voices
great.
so
And I
well,
wave
it's
to them
just
on the street, and
strange
they're
they
like,
don't know
"Oh, hey,
me."
guy in a t-shirt, what's going on?"
Like, we know intimate details about these people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when did they get their prostates checked? Or
They told us
Colonoscopy.
Yeah.
in the car last week.
Yes.
They told us.
Like, we know, like, when their kids are sick. Like all these things, like intimate details about their lives that that's got to be kind of weird, even though you're sharing it.
Yeah.
I'll say that for a while I had a blog and I shared a lot of stuff too, and I found that when I actually met people at BlizzCon, I was freaked out by how much people knew about me. And I was like, I didn't even know that many people read my blog. It gets like 10 hits a day.
You're internet famous.
Yeah, but it is it can be weird, and that's at a micro level.
Yeah.
But I can't even imagine how it is at a macro level like that. So what ended up like bringing you to CTR?
Well, I was Horde. I've been playing since the start of WoW. I was Horde, and I was in this great guild for many years, all the way up to MOP. And then things just fell apart there, so it was just really good timing. And I'm a big podcast geek, so of course I was listening to the original CTR podcast, and they're like, "Hey, we're starting a guild." I'm like, "Okay, I'm in. Sign me up." And over the course of a couple months, I ended up server transferring a whole server of Hordes into Alliance.
Oh,
And yeah, I've been Alliance since
that's
then.
not cheap.
If you break it up over several months, it's fine. But
Wait for the sales.
yeah, I've just been in CTR ever since.
Oh, I love it. So what's the name of your raid team again?
Hell to Pay.
Love it. Okay, that's my favorite. I just love saying it. How did that come about? Like the name, everything. How did this kind of happen?
Well, like a lot of raids, we rose from the ashes of a different raid that sort of died. And, the leader said he was taking a step back and didn't want to raid Heroic anymore. And so some of us were like, that's, we're gonna move on. So myself and Enigma, who you may or may know, who's been around CTR a long time, we said, all right, if anyone wants to come raid with us, we're gonna raid, and so that was the start of a raid. We kept the same hours, the same nights, and just
What
did
are
our own
those
thing.
hours? What are the hours and nights?
We're Tuesday, Thursday, 8:30 to 11 West Coast time. So
Okay.
it's late for people on the East Coast, which sometimes works for them. But yeah, we do 5 hours a week.
That is
I
amazing.
was messaging the chat room. Please, can you repeat for me? When do you raid? When does Hell Toupee?
Tuesday,
Go ahead.
Thursday, 8:30 to 11 Pacific.
Pacific.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be 11.
late.
Yeah, it's a late one.
11
Yeah.
to 2 East Coast?
Yeah, the majority of our players are in Washington, Oregon, California.
Yeah.
So, these are people getting off work, fighting the traffic to get home to raid.
And I'm looking for one that starts at like 7 p.m. Eastern time. Like, that's a tough sell.
That's like-
Basically, I'm looking for people in England.
That's like 11 a.m. where I am. So.
Right.
Right on
But
your
yeah,
lunch break.
we have a great group. We're your typical adults with families and jobs. So, people have lives to live, and it's cool to live your life and raid on the side and still be successful.
Does that sort of like, yeah, everyone's an adult and has their stuff going on, come as you need to, come as you can type of attitude impact your progression at all?
It can impact night to night, whether or not people are switching up roles. We do that quite a bit, but we still always achieve AOTC, and
yay.
we still have times where we have nothing left to do, so we go for achievements and things like that.
How about now in? Did we decide it was Eternal Palace? We were talking about it earlier, and I still haven't actually been in there, so I always forget.
I think that's what it's called.
It's Eternal Palace. Okay.
Yeah,
Where's your progression like now, like this week?
We're 7 of 8 normal, and we did our first polls on Ashara last Thursday.
Awesome.
So yeah, we spent an hour on her.
Is she as beautiful as the books describe?
Oh my God, she's just she's almost as nice looking as Sal.
Aww. He knows who to butter up. I love it.
I have a quick story about what happened to me last night.
Go for it.
For what boss it is. What boss is it where Ashara is like standing above the raid and you can see her? She's just like she's there, but you're not fighting her.
The Queen's Court. She's given decrees.
It's the Queen's Court. Yes. Someone in my pug raid team said, if you slash spit on Ashara, you get a haste buff. Now, I didn't actually think it was going to be a haste buff. Okay, I didn't fall for the haste buff bit, but I did not know I was going to die. I don't know what the whole thing is, but I did a slash. I targeted Ashara and did a slash spit, and I instantly died. Just poof, dead.
Luckily, you're a shaman. You could just reincarnate, right?
Well, I'm not gonna do that though. They can res me because I'll onk during a fight when it's needed. But yeah. So I don't know if you can do. Can you slash wave and that's fine? Can you slash
spit
silly
on
and
the
that's
most
fine?
powerful mage on the planet?
That is amazing. I'm gonna test this in my LFR. I'm just gonna slash everything.
Hit her
Okay,
with all the emotes and just keep dying,
see
and the
what
priest is
happens.
like, "What are you
Like-
doing? Stop it!"
Just slash rude. Okay, Navox says you can do all the emotes. Okay, but
Do you die?
which ones kill you? Do they all kill you, or just the not nice ones?
I heard
just
she really
telling
hates the
All
train.
of them kill you.
Do any of them kill the people near you?
Oh.
Does she splash anything?
What if I did like a slash love? What
She
is-
kills everyone
I mean,
else, and she's like, "You can stay."
I think Navox actually is trolling us.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna try this in LFR. They're gonna hate me. I will stream the hell out of this.
Because
Heck.
Draven is saying the mean ones kill you. Navox is saying all of them. Because you're just like, yeah, slash love would be like, yeah, that'd be cool, whatever. Navox, we can't take him for face value ever.
He
Anyway,
says it just so straight faced that you never know if what he's saying is a troll or not.
We can't even see his face.
Everything.
He's a block of text.
But I can see it. I can see it.
Anyway,
Back
so
to our guest. So we know you hit AOTC. You guys have enough time to run achievements, which I think is great. Kudos to all the teams that do that for each other. Like, that's awesome. Tell us a little bit more about the vibe. So you say you have families and you're adults. Are you like adults, or is it like what's the vibe of this team?
It's a pretty laid back team. We'll have fights where no one will say a thing except for me doing callouts. So,
Oh, you do the call outs?
I try.
Props to you.
We're very focused for when it's go time. It's in between during trash that things get a little saucy, and we make fun of Nick. But
stories.
we'll
What happened
get
to
to that.
Nick?
Oh, Nick Dizzle, he's our paladin, and he's obviously a great player, but the worst paladin. So everyone knows that.
Like he's awful at paladining,
He's just
or
awful
he's
at
just
everything.
aw.
Completely terrible. That's the joke, anyway. So we stay focused during fights, and then let our hair down a bit when we can. We're not super out there. We're not X-rated most of the time. We're just adults who work and have families and like to raid when we can.
I love it. Do you have any like good stories, like a epic like wipe or something that you can share with us at all?
Well, we do have we have two husband and wife teams. Both of our tanks are married to one of the healers, and one of them is Cole and Arius. They're in Canada, and they play side by side with each other. And Arius is a wonderful druid healer and is always super nice over comms. And then you'll hear Cole open his mic, and you'll hear her screaming in the background at something. And it's just completely delightful to know that other people scream and yell when the mic's not open at things that are happening around them in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then we have Taco Night. Everyone knows him, right?
I've heard the name.
Taco Night. He's quite frequent in GChat. You'll see him just about every night. So, and super great player. We have a group of players who've been with me since the beginning, including Nick Dizzle. He's sort of my right-hand man. Does all my recruiting because I'm really bad at recruiting. And I don't know what I would do without him. Two Warlocks, Darkjon and Mortal, been with me since the beginning. If you can't tell, I'm listing my players now because
I can. Yep.
Yeah.
It's okay. Keep going.
Yeah. Talk and Snoopy, they're the other married couple, part of the backbone of our team. Monk and Shaman Healer. We've got Zenage, who's on hiatus right now, a mage. Puka, Hunter, Lunanari, she's our priest healer. Dog, a demon hunter. And one of our newest players is Tequila, she's a rogue. That's our 14, I believe. So we have 14 on our roster right now.
So we know who's on your team. We know what time you raid and when you raid. But the question is, are you recruiting?
We have never stopped recruiting.
That's
so obviously, the hours we raid is a challenge. It works for all of us because, for me, I raid at 3:30 in the afternoon when it's 8:30 on the West Coast. So if I go much earlier than that, I'm raiding in the morning. But if you're put your kids to bed, want to start raiding at 8:30, we're a great team for that. We used to have players who were on the East Coast that closed a restaurant and then came home to raid. It was great for that. So yeah, we're always recruiting. Any role we'll consider. We have people that switch around, bring their alts, play other roles and such. So anyone that wants to give us a shot, like I said, we're 7 of 8, so we're just working on the last fight before we head out into heroic.
Nice.
So you answered my question about like who's on your team. So there's 14 of you. You're probably pretty close knit, being that's kind of, I would say that's kind of on the smaller side for a typical raid team nowadays.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so you're probably pretty close knit. How long has most of you been with you for a while? You listed some that have been OGs.
About half have been there consistently since the start. We started in the Nighthold.
Okay.
So it was 2.5 years ago is when we were formed. And, we have a little bit of a revolving door. It's better at the start of an expansion, like everyone probably sees. We also do a partnership with a raid that's on a different server. They raid at the same times as we do. And those nights where people don't show up, or your tanks are out, or something like that, we combine and say, hey, let's work on something together with this other raid. That's
awesome.
Yeah, it's been good. We've been doing it since the start of Desire Lore. It's worked out for us. I bounce things off the other raid leader because they're just in a similar situation. I think they have 16 or something, and on the nights where they otherwise wouldn't get to raid, we just welcome them into our raid.
That is amazing.
That's great.
Kudos to you.
Yeah.
That is super cool. Are you guys like similarly progressed, or is it like?
Yep. They're on the exact same fight we are.
Wow.
You need to get him over
Yeah.
here. Like, just
Yeah,
get
that
him.
is too cool.
Yeah, they're in Lightbringer, and they run a family alt raid that we go to on the weekends, and it's just working together, getting stuff done.
That's what this game's about. I love it.
How in the world did you guys come across each other? Like, how did an Airy Peak raid team dig up a Lightbringer raid team? How'd that fly?
Well, again, it was my right hand Nick. He raided with them for a while. Cole and Arias, who are on my team, they're actually on Lightbringer full time, so it's people that they know.
Okay.
It's just through Legion we were recruiting, and we brought people in off server, and they knew someone who knew someone who knew someone, and it's just worked out that way. That's how magic happens, right?
What I'm learning is that
man.
everyone needs to get themselves a Nick. Like, find you
Yeah.
a Nick.
Find yourself a terrible paladin named Nick Dizzle. Don't take mine because he's mine.
A terrible paladin, huh?
Yeah, we make the joke that while he's healing, how the Holy Pallies have the book that they read now, that he just sits in the back and reads through the fights.
Aw.
Okay, so he's rubbish at healing, but he's really great at
At skim reading, he can read fast.
Finding healers.
I love it. Well, real quick, I have one more question for you. It's kind of a two-parter. You guys have been together for a while. What has been your guys' favorite boss, and what has been your guys' least favorite boss?
Gosh. It took us a while to get heroic Jaina.
Yeah.
I think we didn't get her until she had a nerf that Tuesday, and then we raided and got her. There was some achievement runs we did back in Legion that were really hard, like Kill Jaden and then Argus. They both have really hard achievements to do, but took us a while. And then if you've ever done the achievement on Maiden of Virtue back in Tomb of Sargeras, the achievement's called Skywalker, where she knocks you up in the air and you have to catch orbs. Yeah, that can die in a fire, but we somehow managed to do it after weeks of everyone flying down that damn hole.
I love it.
I liked that fight. I don't know why
The
it
fight
was
was
always.
good. The achievement is garbage.
Yeah, the achievements aside, I never actually tried the achievement, but the fight itself I had a lot of fun with. And like it was always like this giant trial every time. It didn't matter what team I went in there on either. It was always like this big deal. I can't thank you enough for coming out to the show tonight, man. You were a fantastic interview. Had a great time. What I would like to know is a couple of things. First of all, how is it that the people will track you down on the internet? Either to apply or just to say hi to your team. Have we lost him? Have we lost me?
Might.
I
Nope, you're
believe
still there.
Zappetto is frozen. We did get called out on Twitter.
Oh, there-
Zappetto, hello.
Can you hear me now?
You
Yes.
are
Yes, welcome back.
in
Sorry.
action.
If you look in the CTR Discord and the recruitment channels, myself or Nick will post in there quite frequently. Otherwise, my battle tag is Zappetto 1484.
Wonderful. We looked at his Twitter today, and Draven Dresden called out that you haven't tweeted in like 5 years.
Was it him or
I'm
was it
not a
Ash?
Twitter guy.
It was Ash.
Yeah.
It was Ash that did that.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Okay, thanks, Ash. Thanks. Appreciate that, man. Put on. So Twitter's probably not the best place.
No.
So
no.
if you're looking for hell to pay, and let's be clear, we've been saying hell to pay, but it's hell to pay,
Okay.
like a wig, like a man's wig.
Well, our icon, our emblem, is a famous toupee from a certain president.
From yeah, a
It's
certain one.
Unconfirmed that it's a toupee, but
It's
it looks
it's an
just like a
artistic
certain
rendering.
hairstyle. Yeah.
I did have one more question that's actually scripted for me to ask, but I'm going to put that one off for just a second because I saw a sudden influx in new names in the chat room, and I'm wondering if your raid team has dropped by to give you the trollings.
I wouldn't say they're trolly, but Luna's in there, Dark John's in there. Hey guys.
Thank you for coming and supporting your friend. See, everyone here is being like super nice.
They
I'm
are.
telling you.
We're nice. We're
Aldi-
nice raid.
Last week, 2 weeks ago, Aldi got roasted.
Yeah.
Roasted.
Proper roasted.
Snoopy's in there too. Hi, Snoopy.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, everyone seems so pleasant. So if you're looking for a pleasant raid team, do hit up Zappetto on Twitter.
Not on Twitter.
Not on Twitter. And
Not on Twitter.
but you were
Do it on Twitter
very
anyway.
easy
It'll
to
be fine.
find.
You have a ton of notifications, by the way.
You were very easy to find on Discord.
Yes.
So you know,
And I play all the
CTR.
time, so it's just who's a pedo and you'll get me.
Exactly. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're looking at a West Coast, time situation. Somehow this dude in Auckland plays. How does that work? Do you work like odd hours or something?
I am a resident. I do not need to work, so that's definitely a plus to my WoW playing schedule.
Okay.
For me, I raid at Wednesday and Friday at 3:30. But forget those words because that's not for most of you. So
See,
Tuesday,
I know what
Thursday
this
at 8:30.
means because I've been a resident in other places where I wasn't supposed to be working either.
Yeah.
Anyway, so before we start talking about labor laws, Barf, you can bring it on home.
Yeah, absolutely. The last thing we wanted out of you is some shout outs. Do you have any shout outs that you wanted to hit with us today? Hit us with today. Any of those
basically
phrases is
just-
fine.
Shout out to my team. They are fantastic. They are, I'm nothing without them. The reason I still show up every week is because of them. And I'm really grateful for my team, especially Nick, who works so hard to keep the train running. Other than that, everyone in CTR, thanks for 6 years of fantastic rating.
Well, we're happy to have you and your team in the guild. I think I can speak for everybody when I say that. Thanks again very much for coming out and hanging out with us. At this point, we're going to say goodbye to Zap, and we're going to switch over to get Esh in here for the raid report. Fantastic. Here we go. We're going to ring Esh, and we're going to hit everybody with the thing.
It's time for tea!
There it is. I almost timed it right, too.
Oh, I love it. Guys, we have some exciting stuff to announce events-wise this podcast. So as many of you know, CTR's beginnings actually are rooted in the Horde with AIE, the podcast CTR, with Pat Crane, Coltrane, and Solar Flare back in the day, wanted to do something
An
new.
Aetheric.
An Aetheric, yes,
Aetheric.
an Aetheric. So they decided to create CTR. Back then it was CTR 1, then 2, then 3, because their idea of just 100 people coming over really blew up in their faces in the best way possible. But we will always remember our sister guild AIE, and they have reached out to Sal, who then reached out to me to talk about some events they have coming up this weekend that we would love to help them out with. Every year, for the past 2 or 3 years, they have been doing a Remembrance Day. This year it happens to fall on August 2nd at 6 p.m. server time. Horde and Alliance are all welcome. We just ask that you have war mode off to meet at the Shrine of the Fallen Hero. They do have other stuff happening throughout the week if you are a member of that guild. You can check it out, guild.converttoraid.com, and it will link you to their forum post about that. But if you want to come hang out and just celebrate the community, the guild, and other things as well, join us August 2nd at 6 p.m. server time at the Shrine of the Fallen Hero. Now, another event we have, and I'm super excited for this. We are going to help them take on the Alliance. If you haven't heard, AIE has created their own Alliance guild as well.
What?
They have nothing but love for them, nothing cynical. They just wanted to kind of branch off and be able to have their
Enjoying
community.
the good guys.
Yes, enjoying the prettiness for once, the light. The Horde believe that we are defending our cities in light of everything that is happening, but we want to prove that we are out for blood. We are going to surprise them on August 3rd at 5 p.m. server, so a little bit early for your West Coasters, but it's a Saturday. What have you got going on anyway? You don't have a life? You play this game. Come on. Come join us as we take on the Horde, do the For the Alliance, and get those mounts. Now, we're trying to keep this on the DL, so keep that general chatter quiet. Don't let them know that we are on the offense. Join us in Stormwind at the King Shrines. That's the old park area. If you were here for our wonderful remembrance episode that we did 2 years ago, then you can come there. You should know where it's at, the King Shrine, Stormwind, and hang out. But I'm excited. I will be on to help with that cross, not section. What is the name of the word of the things? Realms. That's what we call ourselves, realms. I'll be on to help with the cross realm coordination, so you can just DM me and we'll get you in. But come hang out, have fun, and let's prove that we are not on the defense, but we are on the offense.
Ooh.
Otherwise,
That
besides
sounds
that,
so much fun.
I know,
I
I'm
love it when we
excited.
do these things. This is not
We
the
have-
first time
yeah.
we've worked with AIE to do social stuff. And we've long said, it's like our sister guild. And we definitely have AIE members in our chat room tonight. Awesome. We love you. Also, we're going to kick your ass.
Yes. No, we are super excited. So come hang out with us. I will definitely be there. 5 o'clock server, so that's going to be 6, 7, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central.
It's perfect for me.
So you look like you have a question or something.
Yeah,
Barf.
I'm a little confused. You said we were going to go there to kick their butts, but I thought they were coming with us. You said that they were Alliance now and that they're going to go kill the Horde because they figured it out. Isn't that what it's going to be?
Yeah, no, they're coming with us. We're going to kick the Horde's butts.
Oh, okay, the Hordes. But I thought we were kicking
Horde's
AIE's
butts.
butt. And I was like, no, we
No.
like them. Don't we
No.
like them? I thought we liked them.
No, we're not.
Okay,
Not
they're
this
going to come
time.
with us and kick their own butts. Now I got you.
Yeah.
I'm following. I get it.
I love it. No, we're joining forces. We're giving their alliance. Let's show them why alliance is better. Just
Ooh.
come show
When
us.
is this again? When is this again?
It is going to be this Saturday, 5 o'clock server. That's 8 o'clock for your East Coasters. You can find me. The easiest is probably going to be to find me. I'll be on Turarts, Turarts. That way we can coordinate that cross-realm action that we have to go on because they are not on our realm. So come hang out. Besides that, watch the calendar. We have all sorts of fun stuff. And if you haven't already, in the CTR Guild Discord, there's a Welcome Wagon channel. Go in there and type in rank CTR. If you go into the Convert to Raid channel, you can see where I put an example of it. That way we can ping you when these kind of guilds come up or these kind of activities come up. It's so much easier than pinging everyone to just ping that, because only the people who are of this tag are going to get pinged when we do stuff. You will also notice we have a new channel, guild announcements. That is where we will host when we're doing events and stuff like that. So some of them may be spur of the moment. Some of them may be more planned out, like this one. But yes, get that rank so we can get you all the chatter that's happening with the guild.
Turarts, this is so funny because you weren't supposed to say what we were going to really do. You were supposed to say what we were going to tell everyone we're going to do.
Oh.
Sal,
Well,
I can't tell.
misunderstood everything.
I can't tell if
We
you're
were gonna
joking or if we accidentally just really just. This episode's not released yet.
Honesty is the best policy.
Gosh.
I'm in
But-
your corner, T.
It's just us
But
talking right now.
It's okay, but
I thought that was like the alliance, like that's what we were telling the alliance. Like, we want the horde to think that we're defending. Like, I thought that was like your secret mission, was like that was a secret message.
Yeah,
like,
but we were gonna tell everyone, hey, we're gonna come we're gonna be defending.
well,
Okay, we were gonna go to the places and defend against it, but when we get there, it was actually gonna be like, psych, instead of defending, we're gonna go kill those guys because they're no longer being guarded because they're trying to kill our guys.
huh. Well, I completely misunderstood. Like, I thought we were all in on it.
Look,
We
at
were
this-
just like, well, Serene, I apologize. I was not on the same. You and
Serene
Sal,
is-
not me. Like,
I mean, I wasn't even planning. All I did was say, "Hey, you should talk to Turarts," and then I just,
I mean,
you know,
I got to tell you guys, at this point, I have no idea what's going to happen. I have no
Basically,
idea what's actually going to happen. Like, what you guys are going to do, I don't know. I could go and anything could happen. There's no way to know at this point. No one
come
knows.
hang out with me at Stormwind, and we're just gonna wing it.
We're
Like,
gonna
I
get
don't know what's gonna
coffee.
happen.
We're going to talk
We'll
about
have
the
some
next Dresden Files book that's
grab-
going to come out soon, and we're going to talk about what a great time it is in Stormwind. And that's all we're going to do. We're just going to
We're
sit
gonna
and we're going to
raid
enjoy the
Hogger.
trees.
Raid Hogger.
We have
I
We're
such
agree.
nice
gonna go
trees.
raid Hogger. Well,
so Saturday night,
We'll buy cheeses.
5:00 Pacific time,
Just
8
come to
o'clock
Stormwind.
Eastern time.
Level 1s, gray gear, Hogger. Okay, we're gonna fisticuffs. No weapons allowed. Okay, we're gonna use unarmed attacks and raid Hogger at level 1. That's
oh, I was not in the
We
same.
just said like three different things.
Just come Saturday. Who knows what's gonna happen? Like Serene says, bring some wine. Maybe come
I
in,
don't know
in
what's
whites.
gonna happen.
We're
All
doing the
I'm gonna
Brawlers
say
Guild.
is I saw Turarts with a full bottle of wine at the beginning of the show, and that
It's empty
wine
now.
is empty.
You guys remember Gene Wilder in Blazing Saddles in the beginning where he just
Yes.
upends it?
I did that. That was me like 45 minutes ago.
That was my point.
Yeah.
I love you, Turarts. You're my favorite.
I did not. I was completely on a different page. Sal and Serene were on it, but I was not. So basically, join us Saturday. We're gonna have fun. Bring your own wine, and we'll see what happens.
Friendly
Maybe
legal
happens.
advice. Turarts, don't ever sign an NDA.
No, God, no. I have.
Bad
Have a trip
idea.
to Blizzard, T.
All right.
Well, no, I went over that last episode. But yeah, I'm gonna just say watch the calendar. Watch the calendar. Get that rank. You'll be in all the haps, and show up Saturday. Just find me, and we're gonna do something. I don't know what anymore, but something. And yeah, let's get some shout outs. There's still some time to get them on the Twitter sphere or hit me up in the chat room. And I'm gonna say, Ash, it's been 2 weeks. Mythic is done. What are people doing? What action do we have in that raid report?
We have a lot of action in the raid report. In fact, we have our very first ahead of the curve in the raid report. That's right. That's right. Ahead of the curve. And you know what? I think, I just decided we're doing this upside down raid report today. We're going to start with the ahead of the curve. So let's everybody go ahead and congratulate Rectified. Those guys have cleared Heroic, and we'll be starting on Mythic, I'm sure. in the next couple of weeks. So that happened just this last week, I believe. Facepull is up to Queen's Court working on Harbinger. We've got Keep Going It's Fine has taken out Orgoza on Heroic. Standard Dragon Protocol, Dark One's Own Luck, Project Philsauce, and Bacon and Kegs all have taken out Behemoth on Heroic. So it's looking like most teams that take out Ashvane are taking out Orgoza no problem. So Ashvane, and I can vouch for that, Ashvane on Heroic was kind of a hump to get over, and then the next boss just was like no problem. So no, Ashvane, and then that's it, kills. It's usually Ashvane and then the next guy. Resolve has killed Commander Savara on Heroic. And then we've got Hump Day Heroes taking out Queen Ashara on normal, getting their full clear. Hell to Pay, Hydro Volunteer Fire Department, Troublemakers, Gruul's Gone Wild, Fallen Knights, Threat Level Midnight, and the Salad Senate, all taking out Harbinger on normal difficulty. HTX takes out the Queen's Court on normal, and we've got Unsung Heroes and Rubber Chickens duking it out and taking out Ashvane on normal difficulty. Congratulations to everybody on all the progress. That's 50 normal kills and 22 heroic kills, including an ahead of the curve for our CTR teams.
Convert to
Woot!
raid.
Right.
Crushing it.
Expect some mythic kills next week. I expect to see at least one. Those
Okay,
rectified guys will.
Oh, they will.
They'll be knocking it out.
Cyrene and Mukau, I would like to know how many kills AIE got this past week. Go ahead, just stick it in the chat room, and
Sure, they keep
we'll
a list. Keep it up to date.
Yeah.
I think that is going to round us out to shout outs. Chat room, you can throw me shout outs, throw them in that chat, and I'll wait while Esh does some Twitter ones.
I've got one Twitter shout out. Comes from Frasley, who shouts out to Plaggy at Plaggyboy on Twitter, who has been giving him a lot of fun and entertainment lately. So, yeah, thanks, Plaggy.
Wonderful.
We
Yeah,
like
man.
to keep Frasley busy, so.
Plaggy's good people. Second that.
Update.
Plaggy?
AIE.
Plaggy?
Plaggy.
Plaggy. I think it's Plaggy.
Plaggy. I'll say both. I don't
Pilates.
know.
AIE
Pilates
updates us that they have 11 teen kills. So,
11 teen. Okay.
11 teen.
Okay.
Very good. 11. That's, I haven't heard that number.
We have some shout outs from the chat room. Frasley, shout out to Draven Dresden, who has been an amazing friend to me. Serene, shout out to Turarts for the greatest time I've had in a long time. So glad I'm listening tonight. And Ginny, 90744, shout out to Zappetto for being a great raid leader.
And a great guest.
Yes.
Great interview.
Really? Oh my gosh. One of the OG. I love getting people on the show that have never been on the show before.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have Zappetto is one of the OG members of CTR. How has he never been on the show? He's been at the CTR party.
Yeah.
He
He
has
just
a Sal
chills at the
story.
table with Sal and
He has a Sal
Bell.
story. He used to raid with Belschnickel. Like this Zappetto is like as CTR as it gets. How has Zappetto never been on the show before? If there's
Fix that
someone
problem tonight.
else, we fixed a big problem tonight. That was a problem. If you can think of someone else who meets some awesome CTR community teamwork respect criteria, we do want them on the show. Definitely. And you don't have to be a raid leader. We'll figure something out.
Yes.
All right. And I'm not struggling to find guests right now. I've got several guests lined up, but we've done a really good job getting the new people this past few weeks, and it makes my heart grow 3 times. This too big, or however that goes.
I mean, everybody out there listening, whether they listen on the podcast or watching the video, you know your raid team. You know those people on your raid team that are the type of people that need to be on this show. You know who they are. You know the people who have that charisma or that thing or those stories, the it thing for your team. You know who they are. Encourage them, prod them, push them, poke them till they decide, okay, I've had enough and I'll go on, because those are the best interviews. They really are.
The ones coerced by annoying raid members.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Without question.
I love it.
We've got more AIE people in here. I don't even know
We
where they
do.
came from. What's
Except
going
we said
on?
Scott Johnson too many times.
Yeah, well, you
Yes,
say his name
he-
3 times into a mirror and he appears. But like it's
No,
weird
his
because
guild appears.
mirrors are usually only like 2 feet.
I don't think
3
you have
feet,
to use a mirror.
And he's like 6'12", so it's hard to squeeze him through there. But
It works.
he'll-
I
he'll
think
do
it
it.
works more like Beetlejuice than the other thing. So you don't need a mirror. You just
well, then I've been doing it wrong this whole time.
Apparently. You gotta get your Beetlejuice legends correct, Barf.
Beetlejuice.
There's no
the
bloody
mirror thing is the whole. I don't know. It's like the
Bloody
person
Mary.
comes in. Yeah, Bloody Mary.
Yeah, that's what I
that's
was-
it. It's the blood. Yeah. Oh,
Only
okay.
children
Yeah.
believe in that, Esh. Only children. Beetlejuice
I've
is
never
a real
done
deal.
it. I mean, I've never had.
I legit did when I was like,
No
11.
way.
I cried. I
That's way
went to
too
sleep. I did it.
Slumber parties, yo.
Yeah.
But you never played with a Ouija board or played light as a feather, stiff as a board either, did you? Yeah.
Of course I did. I played a Ouija board in Nashville. My niece picked up a Ouija board from the mall because my dad
Seriously?
took him to the mall, and she had my sister's credit card, and she comes back with a Ouija board. My mom lost her mind because they're evil or something. So they took the Ouija board away. And then so everyone left and did something else. And then me and my sister and my sister-in-law took out the Ouija board and played with it.
Did you know that they're going to release a purple Ouija board that's licensed by Nintendo? Yeah, they're going to call it the Waluigi board.
Ah!
We have shout-outs?
Shout out
Shout
to me. I
out to
was
dad jokes. Shout out to
I
dad
got the
jokes.
thumbs
I
up
love
from
dad jokes.
Frasley. I'm happy with myself.
Shout out to dad jokes. Very, very good. Barf, thank you. That will get reused.
Wow. This is a very specific
12 of
audience.
10 bongos.
We're a video game podcast. Like
I mean,
people don't know
you
who
know,
Waluigi is here.
I'm gonna that I'm using that one on my oldest daughter. There's no, anybody's played Nintendo or Mario Kart or whatever. Yep,
Oh my gosh.
good one.
My shout outs, I want to shout out to Draven. He helped me because he can fly and I can't. So he helped me fly around like Rust Bolt and like get some stuff going on. So that was pretty cool. Shout out to Draven. Shout out to my mom. If you're here in the pre-show, you know some stuff's going down. She came up and helped me revamp my kitchen, and we're just making the house mine. The picture of the revamp is on Twitter. I'm very happy with it. So you can check that out. Shout out to David from QVC for just inundating my son with the wonders of infomercials. So thank you, David from QVC. And then shout out to Coltrane. If it's Kitchen with David, I don't understand it, but he comes home and I don't have cable. And he's like, Mom, I wish we had cable so we could watch David. I'm like, you are 7. How are you so addicted to QVC? Like that's my mom's age stuff. Like, what is happening?
He's got a QVC here?
Yeah, he loves it. He goes, Mom, you need to get the locket. I don't know what they are. Seal and locks. I have no idea what they are. Pop and lock. I don't know. But he's like, Mom, if you had the pop and locks, you could just put that hot from the oven into the fridge. I'm like, what is my life for? Like, he goes, they even come in like 13 colors, Mom. There's 3 shades of blue. Like,
I think
So-
you may have discovered this child's career.
like he's
I mean,
so passive aggressive,
this
adorable.
could be his vocation. This could be the thing.
But so shout out to David for QVC for just like being there for my son, I guess. I don't know. Like being a parent. This got really
He's a
depressing.
father figure.
We're gonna spin it around. Coltrane. I want to shout out to Coltrane. If you listen to APR, they did this little segment at the end, and he actually gave me a shout out, and it was really sweet. Like, I
Yes.
didn't expect it at all. I didn't. Him and I had been chatting a little bit, but just like I was in tears, and I messaged him right away. So just thank you. Like you don't know how much like that meant to me, because you are seriously, like, I don't know if you ever listen to this, but you are like an idol to me. You are someone who I look up to. I respect the hell out of. You're the reason. There's many reasons. 3 of them are right here with us tonight, that I want to go to BlizzCon everywhere to hug these people and to say hi and to be like, you don't realize how much you've gotten me through, because I don't talk about it, but you really have, including you 3 here. So just thank you. That shout out, just it did mean the world to me. So thank you.
I
And
heard that
David,
we're talking about Azeroth Public Radio. That's
Radio,
Coltrane
yes.
and Shoeboot's new podcast. I don't know how often they're going to do that podcast, like how many times a year that's going to come out. The amount of
Editing.
production
Oh,
that goes into that
Yeah.
is incredible. I mean, you would expect it from someone like Coltrane and someone with his background, but I mean, they have to come up with stories. They had stories and they had poems. They had like a beat poem situation. It was, and they had characters and voice actors, and just there's no way you're putting that out once a week. That
They
is
did.
a
No.
lot.
Barf, you
And
can say it, yeah.
they released an update actually today. It's about 7 or 8 minutes long, basically saying exactly that. Like, we're gonna put a new show out when they're ready, but like, really, if you listen to the show, you'll know there is a ton of pre-production, and then production,
Yes.
and then post-production that
And then
happens to make that thing
post-production.
go live.
Not
So
I don't mean this in a bad way, but if you go back and listen to people's first podcast, like, you're gonna go,
Don't.
I don't
No.
think that's gonna happen with theirs. Like, from the get go, I was like,
this is a good
oh my
podcast.
god, like, oh my god. So I don't know, and if it does, like, I just can't imagine how much better it's gonna get then.
We're
But
talking about professionals,
Yeah,
They-
you
yeah.
guys are pros.
Yeah.
Colt and Shoe know what they're
Anyway.
doing. Boots know what they're doing.
shout out Sal and Barf.
Yeah, Sal, what do you got?
Okay, so I want to shout out to Skabet. Skabet is someone I've brought into the guild a little bit, and someone that I have brought into the Rubber Chickens when I was raiding with Rubber Chickens. Is Warlock, close friend of mine, and he has really been pushing me to go pearl diving and to get pushing me into raids and stuff. So he's one of the reasons that I got decent gear, and I'm having a lot of fun right now in game. So shout out to Skabet, because he will listen to this. He's at a party right now, so he's not here live. Whatever. He's at some fancy art show. Yeah, but shout out to Skabet.
What about you, Barf?
See, I kind of feel bad because those were some like actually heartfelt and good shout outs, and I was gonna like make a troll shout out to the new Twitter layout and how great it is and how everyone loves it. I didn't have anything else like actually sincere planned, so now I kind of feel bad.
I mean, my shout out was to dad jokes, so
Why'd you shake your entire body, Sal?
No reason.
No, shh. We'll talk. Shh. Anyway, I think that is a great shout out. I like the new Twitter layout. I know you're being facetious, but it is amazing. But yeah, we'll talk, Sal. We'll talk when we hit that end of the stream button.
Okay.
Turarts just sent me a Discord bomb.
Cool. Can't
That's
wait
my
to find
best
out what
thing
that
ever.
what that's. I'm gonna stop the stream now because I want to be in on the
No.
gossip.
Oh, you'll be in on it.
That's going to wrap us up for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank Navox and Geek Chic Lisa for our theme music. You can find us on Twitter at converted_CTR. Turarts is at Turarts. Sal is at summer_Sal. Esh is at Eshelon. And I am at a bonus level. Sal, when is the next episode?
The next episode is Monday, August 12. We'll be doing a special on Rise of Ashara, or Eternal Palace, or whatever the heck. Killing the bosses stuff. We did this before. Well, we're going to do 2 episodes. The first one's going to be do 4 bosses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to do 4 more bosses. That's right. But this episode on the 12th, we're going to have someone who's never been on the podcast before. Look at this. His name is Jin, and he's from Girls Gone Wild. Very, very happy.
What's the name of the team?
Girls Gone Wild.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Gruel's gone wild. I mean, sure, he's revving his team, but mostly we're going to be talking about the encounters and the lore behind the encounters, because you can watch Hazelnutty Games or any number of places to talk about like how to kill a boss. We're going to talk about how cool the bosses are and like the lore kind of behind them.
How to get
Like
to
I
know
don't know
the boss.
I don't know what kind of lore we can really talk about for the underwater boss. Let's be honest. But
figure it
that
out.
boss is
Yeah, they have sinking
unique in this
lures and they
game.
have smelling lures and they have like
Those
lures
are
with feathers on
lures.
them, or
Let's lures, not lore.
for the underwater bosses.
Yeah, for the underwater. We'll be talking about lures for the underwater boss.
It's a
instead of
unique
lore.
fight though, so just talking about the fight would be interesting enough.
I like
So
underwater bosses.
that'll be awesome. And then in the next week we will have Tommen.
So we
which
have
is also awesome.
Jin and then Tommen and then who knows? It'll be good.
Indeed.
My shout out goes to whoever that third person is. Get in line. You want to be on the show. It'll be fun.
Hey, how about a shout out to Tommen, because hey, his super awesome tool is what really drives the raid report every
It
week.
is.
Oh my
You
gosh.
guys, you guys think I do stuff? I don't really do stuff. I just like copy and paste out of that thing, man.
We were linking
That-
I
that
can't
in.
believe it.
We were linking that in guild chat the other day. Like I had anything to do with it. Somebody linked it in guild chat the other day as an answer to the question posed in guild chat by a level 15 like new recruit to the guild who was like, I'm testing the waters, trying to find out what this guild's even about. Are you guys active? Check this thing out. Bam. And they were like, this is your current progression, all 70,000 of these teams? Yeah, this is who we are. Oh, okay, all right. I'll think about transferring my main. That's fun. That's cool. It's a lot of people. It was a good time. It was a good conversation. It was a lot of fun. Alrighty, I'm about ready to wrap it up. What do you guys say?
Yes, I think we're
Alright.
good.
We're saying goodbye then. For Turarts,
Bye.
for Eshelon,
See you later.
for Sal,
Green hair is best hair.
you're telling me, man, and for myself. See you next time.
You can follow the show on Twitter at converted_CTR. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Converted Podcast. And find us on our Twitch channel, Converted Podcast. And join us live every other Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
This podcast is a part of the Signals Media All-Star Network. For more information on this and other fine shows, go to signalsmedia.com. It's okay to stick our stuff in your ears. Really.
That was a great show. I completely missed the memo about it was a secret. I thought it was like I
can't
missed
believe you
that
did that.
memo. I completely flubbed that up.
That's kind of awesome. Not gonna lie to you.
I cannot believe you did that. I mean, Cyrene was like really specific about like
I
what to
thought it
say,
was. Yeah, no,
and you said the opposite.
I flubbed it up. I thought that was like that's what we were just like we were letting the horde like I don't know. I messed it up.
I'm sorry. You know, I don't know your pronoun. Siren. Oh my gosh. What are you saying, Turarts?
That I just messed it up.
Siren?
I'm saying
How do you-
serene, like it's serene.
Serene.
I don't know if that's
Oh,
right.
like-
That's just
like peaceful and calm.
That's how
I
it
don't
looks
know
to
your
me,
pronoun.
serene. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been saying they. Sal had it right. How did I say it?
Cyrene.
That it was Cyrene. Cyrene. Yeah, Cyrene. Cool. Cyrene. Done a
She.
Roseanne. Never mind when you messed it up. A she.
Pronouns she, her.
She. Pronouns she,
Nope,
her.
don't squeeze it.
Thank you.
Don't squeeze it.
Don't. Are you popping pimples there?
No, toothpaste. New toothpaste.
Oh.
Nobody. We are not sponsored by Tom's toothpaste, by the way. Yeah. So
But we will take your money.
we will take your money.
Don't
Yes.
say the thing. Don't say the announcement thing.
No, I'm not. No, that's when we
Okay.
hit end stream. We gonna have a chat, and I'm excited.
Okay. So Cyrene, thank you, Mew Cow. I would like to know, Cyrene. Oh, Barf. We were talking about having her in a future episode, not tonight. I mean, it came up like, can we do this tonight? And then Turarts wisely said, no, let's not drop this on Barf last minute. Let's do it, you know. So at another time, when we're doing some AIE CTR stuff together, we can have her like pop in.
Yes.
Instead of Esh. So what we would do is bring her in and do kind of that report, bring her out, and then bring Esh back in, not back in, but yeah.
We could do that, or we could have a 5-way split on the screen, because I have a scene. It's not 100% prepped, but I could prep a 5-camera scene.
I'd prefer that.
We can do that.
I'd prefer to have Esh on, yeah. What was that, Turarts?
Yeah, 5-camera scene's good.
Yeah. Yeah, if my choice is to have Eshelon or not have Eshelon, it's always going to be to have Eshelon.
Yeah, that's easy for me. I can do that.
Oh, Mew-Cow. Mew-Cow, we've had you on like recently. So because you're in CTR as well.
Did he chapper one? If we need a chapper one, does he mean if we need a cheaper one?
Chaperone.
Chaperone. I don't know how to spell. That's all.
But who gets to
you
do
know?
this? Are you saying I need one? I mean, you know, I don't know you that well. You know, so we'll figure it out. And also, Mew-Cow and I have been trying. Mew-Cow, where do you live that you have such an opposite schedule than me? You've been on our show?
Oh, show. We're good.
She's been on our show?
Which episode?
Show that off.
Yeah, each show.
AIE's show. You know, I understand that both guilds have a podcast. We are not the same. We are not the same. Is that a new dice
we are
bag?
we and they are they. It's us and them.
What's up, Silver Bolt?
Hey, Silver.
I
Silver
see a
Bolt.
new dice bag.
Brand new. Hot off the presses.
Oh my goodness, I love those colors. Is it necklace?
No, dice bag.
Dice pick. Oh, gotcha.
Dice bag. Dice bag. I'm using a Hearthstone kind of.
Yeah, I've got
Oh,
a
it's for my
Hearthstone one
wallet.
around here somewhere.
It like I bought
I
a
have
wallet.
it hanging here, but I don't. Where's? Oh, nope, that's not it.
So I bought like a woman's wallet for Hearthstone, and I still use it. And it came in like a bag, and I used to use that bag for my dice all the time. You're in Tokyo time. Takes after CTR, and it takes after the instance. I mean that is true. Yeah. Yes. So Mew-Cow and I have been talking about doing a thing at BlizzCon with the two guilds, but now it's freaking almost August, and we still haven't talked about doing anything.
Yeah, we should start having conversations about that.
We yeah, I have.
I mean, we can't do anything huge.
No.
Because it's too late now. But we can do something. We can still do something.
You mean we can't
you guys-
organize a large-scale event in the course of the next couple of days? If you
No.
say so.
Do you guys have a chat for this?
We did last year, I think.
Let's do that. A chat for what, huh?
A chat for the party stuff? Like, we don't use the one that we had for the CTR party. I don't know if you had a chat.
No. If no, it's just that he texts me, I text him. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be on at like 1 o'clock in the morning if you want to talk." I'm like, "What?" Yeah. So we still don't know. We want to do something social. Now, you want to bring Mew-Cow in? Do you have a 5 thing ready to go now? No, we should do that.
I'm gonna
I
have
will
to go
look.
soon.
Naruto run to BlizzCon. Yes. Yeah. So
Yeah, I should be able
know
to do that.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Mew Cow, can we call you? Why don't you just ninja call him?
I don't think I got to be friends. My friends, I can't remember.
He's been on our show before.
Oh
Relatively
yeah,
recently.
that's got to be correct then. Uh,
Legit.
is the Discord Mew Mew? I'm gonna say it is and just call. It's fine. This is happening now.
That's fine. Well, let's get some random person in here. No big deal.
Yeah, that's him. He might be smart.
Hey,
and
I'm
not
back to
answer.
being Turarts now.
Proud of you,
Midwest.
sis.
Hey, and I'm Sal.
You did it.
Did he answer? Oh. Hey.
What's up, friend? You're live on the internet.
We can't hear you though.
No sound.
Oh, he answered on his phone.
Oh, you answered on your phone. And maybe, let's see. We have a Vision Con here. Do you have any Midwestern? If you're talking at all, we can't hear you.
No,
Art.
Oh,
Oh, it's gating him. You need to talk louder. Yell.
You
Get
talk.
close.
Yeah.
What?
it's stupid push to talk thing.
There we go.
there we go. Hi.
Is this
Just
what we
push
call
this-
doing it live?
Yeah,
We're
this
gonna
is
do
just
it
winging
live.
it.
Yes.
There we go.
Hey. That's way better. Wow, that's a horde den. That's a horde cave. It's a horde. What's something dirtier than a cave? A
Layer? Hovel.
It's a
No.
lair.
Hovel.
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 A horde hovel.
Silverbolt for the win.
Nice.
I
Thanks, Silver.
I think he's gonna grab a cat or something. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I
Hut,
remember the
a
cat.
shanty,
Right,
a stump,
yes,
a
the cat
pig
ears.
pen, a slum, a flop house.